Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Trouble Man, coming to you from director and star Michael Jai White. And this action comedy is about Jaxen, a former cop turned Atlanta PI, is hired to find a missing R&B star Jahari. His investigation uncovers her disappearance is connected to a larger conspiracy, forcing him to question those around him and his own past. And this film, from a directorial standpoint, pretty standard. I don't think Michael Jai White's necessarily a visionary director where things are going to be slick and cool and stylish in that way, unlike his acting, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's very workmanlike. It has long takes to really flesh out its action. It's serviceable. It's fine. I feel like there's definitely moments where there's some seriously bad green screen at times to set up some bigger set pieces, and that looks pretty distracting. This film, pretty low budget, so it's very much like point camera, do your thing kind of film. So not a whole lot going there in terms of a directorial standpoint. But from a story standpoint, this is written by Michael Stratford and focuses on Jaxen. And he has this budding relationship from his past, which I really appreciated that aspect. And I think most of it's probably because the chemistry between Jaxen and Gina is so great, and they just have this really awesome dynamic with each other, and it works, and you can be charmed by it. There's definitely a lot of good humor. I appreciated just how Jaxen interacts with people, and there's some good funny elements. But overall, this film is definitely serious, and gets pretty darn serious and intense, and tonally, sometimes it could be a little shaky in that way, but I think the film is at its best when it's, sure, it's serious, but, it's winking at you a little bit and having some fun. And story-wise, this hits a lot of familiar beats. Nothing particularly shocking. You could probably see the twists and turns coming a mile away. Definitely some conveniences and leaning into that. So it's not exactly the strongest story, but it's an effective one, and it opens the door for action. Now, honestly, there isn't a ton of action in this film, but when there is, it has that martial arts, and it really leans into it, and it's a ton of fun. And especially, it gets campy and ridiculous over the top, and it leans into that, and you have a lot of fun with it. But really, at the heart of this, Michael Jai White's performance is fantastic. He is endlessly charismatic, so charming, just the way that he engages with the antagonist, how he's cool with the ladies, and all of those elements. This feels very blaxploitation film of the 70s, and, White has done that before, and he really excels at that, giving that kind of personality. The rest of the cast, you have some fun performances from Method Man and Mike Epps and Orlando Jones, but I think the big one is Gillian White, who is with White in the film. And the two of them just have some great chemistry. I love their dynamic, and I especially appreciate when Gina gets to let it out a little bit and starts having some fun energy. There's a lot of flirting going on in this film, and Michael Jai White's really good at it. And there's just electricity between these performers. His dynamic with Method Man as well. They're a fun pair together in this film. This film just has a lot of fun vibes to it, and it's cheesy, it's campy, but it might not be the most refined film, but it's a ton of fun and certainly worth a watch. But those are my thoughts on Trouble Man. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.